Hello and welcome back to Hot Waffle Plays Marathon. I'm Hot Waffle, and that spot where we just jumped in is a trap / ambush. So a lot of guys that spawn kind of back here, and don't know if you can see it behind the aliens, but there's a terminal back there. If you try and access it, the enemies will come back up behind you and kill you, which is no fun. So you always have to kind of dodge around sometimes at the beginning of a level, because Bungie are a bit tricky like that. Yeah, that was risky. Always check the corners in Marathon too for ammo and stuff like that. There's usually just some laying around somewhere that comes in handy. Also try to avoid confined spaces kind of like there. Limits your movement and is no fun sometimes. There's a switch we have to activate. Now let's check over here. It's usually a bunch of guys. Yep, right there. And that thing was a trooper, which is another switch. Troopers are basically my equivalent in terms of, like, they have machine gun, grenade launcher, and shields and stuff like that. They're a lot harder to kill, and they're a bit nastier in general. There's a guy right next to me, I think. Nope, never mind. There we go. And there's the important shield charger. Now I have to make our way back to that terminal and kind of figure out what's going on for this mission. So I've already cleared out over here, yep. I think, no, maybe. Yep. So Leela just told us that Durandal has officially gone rampant, and she also said that the computer net of Marathon and Tau Ceti Colony is too small to contain rampancy, so eventually he's going to start kind of infecting other parts of the ship, like other processes and computer networks and stuff like that. So things are probably slowly going to go haywire unless we flip a couple switches. I've already done 2 of them. Uh-oh. I always gotta be careful about getting sandwiched, especially in these smaller maps. So there's the 3rd switch, and that should block out Durandal from a fair amount of the more important parts of the ship network. So that'll be stuff like life support and communications, that sort of stuff. But also the fact that Durandal's gone rampant has in itself explains how he can communicate with the aliens, just because he's just growing so big and so knowledgeable that he just knows how to communicate with extraterrestrial beings, I guess. I think I pulled the guys over here already. But in these smaller maps, you gotta be really careful and keep a constant eye on your motion tracker, because that'll give you a good sense of where the enemies are in relation to you. Also, using headphones is a big help. So that should allow you to kind of hear where the enemies are and then be able to dodge accordingly. I think sometimes you can aggro. There's some guys in this area that we get to later, but I think you can aggro them if you shoot the right way, but I don't want to waste bullets or time. Oh, another trooper. So like I said, those troopers they have grenade launchers too, which later on get exponentially more annoying. And there's uh-oh. Gotta move. It sounds like one of the compilers just aggroed onto that blue guy, and the blue guy killed him. It's 1 down, 2 down, yay! Punch the button, run over here to the elevator. Punch that button to open this kind of wall door thing. I think it stops by itself, but gotta... Sometimes, like, if you have a door like this, it'll open all the way, then close all the way, and if you pause it while it's fully up or down, you can just leave it, and then you don't have to worry about hitting that button and timing and stuff like that. It's really handy. And there's that guy that I was talking about earlier, who you can aggro, I think, if you plant a grenade just right, but, yeah. Oh! And sometimes those guys can, those guys especially, I think wasps too, can phase through walls slightly, as just an entity glitch, I assume, but again, this game's 20 years old, so you could do a lot worse for this age. Now, all those guys that fell down the hole, we have to go back and kill, because that's the vid master mantra. Thank you, good sir. You have saved me much ammo. And sometimes some aliens are noise aggro, some are proximity aggro, some are sight aggro. As you can see there, I just kind of ran over this big gap. Sometimes you can just do that, but most of the times you have to hold down the sidestep or strafe key, because for whatever reason it gives you just a little bit more speed. Get that guy. Those guys. And just kind of walk back and forth on some of these ledges, and they'll hit each other, and that'll save you a bit of ammo and stuff like that. Yeah, that was a miss. Here we go. There we go. No. That's a glitch. This part, if I remember correctly, once you go kind of past this spot right there, there's a wall that comes down, and you just have to run around. Hopefully, yeah, see? best thing to do is just run around in the middle, because then, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of guys up on the ledge and a bunch of guys down here in the middle, and eventually they'll all start shooting each other and make things a bit easier. That was a bit close. And it's back open. How nice. And the sound just glitched, I guess? Weird. I'll save and figure it out. Okay, so that was a bit of a glitch with some of the audio set I'm using to record both my voice and the game at the same time. And then, oh, there's still some guys down there. As you can see, having you run along this with all those guys in it from earlier would be a bit of a pain, and there's more aggro. How nice of them. It's a good Beavis and Butthead reference right there. Yeah, I think this is one of the very few games where you'll find a mixture of Latin, Greek, and Roman references and then a Beavis and Butthead quote. These guys are funny and weird, and I like them a lot. Well, Drano didn't like us shutting him off from big chunks of the computer net, so he's just released or unlocked some doors in a formerly secure area, and now the bunch of engineers are being invaded or attacked by aliens, so we're gonna have to go save them. So that's it for this episode. Hope to see you next episode.